Yes, people, welcome back to another episode of Real Ball Talk. Back in the studio today. Obviously, let's big up all the mandem here first. What are you saying, Rash?
What's going on? Alhamdulillah, happy to be here back in the studio. Another episode. Can't wait to get into it.
Yeah, man, 100%. And Jeff, what are you saying, man?
Yeah, all good, man. Yeah, definitely happy to be back, man. It feels better than on the internet, man.
Yeah, no, 100%. Obviously, you notice the big man, Jelil, is not here today. Big space missing, obviously, but just want to shout him out. He had his daughter today. So big congratulations to both Jelil and his partner, you know what I'm saying?
Well done. Congratulations.
Congratulations. So everyone send your love in for him. You know what I mean? Send your prayers. But she's born healthy and well, so he's thankful. His partner's thankful. So, you know, it's a blessing. So he'll be back, if not next week, couple weeks time, you know what I mean? So, but yeah, I'm sure he'll be watching and giving his opinions.
It's the first real ball talk baby.
Yeah, the first. The
See if
first
there's any
real
more to
ball
come.
I don't know, Jeff. Is it you, bro?
Jeff, what are you saying? Saying, John, something we don't know about.
Not me. Nah, not yet, bro. Not yet.
I'll take time with that one
We'll
there.
take time, bro. But yeah, but no, let's get into it. Obviously, people smash the likes, subscribe to RBT, and obviously big up Lamps in the back as always, hosting
Right,
us.
Lamps.
But yeah, man, let's get into it. Let's start with Gabriel Jesus. Medical completed today. 45 million deal, all agreed. We've known it for a while, but now it's basically done. I think I even saw that he got his trim from HD Cuts. So he looked nice, so he's gonna look nice and fresh for his photo shoot. So what we saying, man? Rash, what are you saying? Gabriel Jesus.
Yeah, do you know what? I'm all right with it.
Yeah.
I think it's a good signing, especially in the direction that it seems like Arsenal are going in and the type of style of play that Arteta wants to have. I think he slots back in quite well. I mean, he's worked with Arteta before. He's trying to get his start for Brazil for the World Cup. He wants to have a place where he knows that he's going to get lots of football time, you know what I mean? Time to show what he can do. And I think when you're hungry, especially in the World Cup year, and you've got something to prove, it might end up being a positive for us in that light because he'll want to be firing. He doesn't want to be on the pitch using up all of these minutes and not getting any goals. So
Yeah.
I think it's a very positive move for him and for us.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
So do you think, this is for both of you, do you think he'll definitely start as like the season as on number 9?
I believe so.
Yeah.
Just because, guess him and Arteta have a relationship already. Can't see them bringing him in to like fight with Nketiah. I think Nketiah is like the backup striker. That's just what he's gonna be. Which is better than what he was last season. He was third choice, fourth choice probably.
It was, yeah, when he started the season, yeah.
So
True.
yeah, being backup striker and you'll get European minutes and all that kind of stuff. So it's good for you. But yeah, I can't see Jesus dropping to the bench or anything like that.
Yeah, man. Like, Nketiah got paid that bench money. You know what I mean? Like, yo, ride the bench, hold that.
Yeah,
Do you know
man.
what I'm trying to say?
Just sit there, man. Enjoy
Just
it,
sit
bro.
there and get your six figures a week,
Yeah,
innit?
just chill.
But what we say, because obviously 45 M's, how do we feel about that price?
It's not terrible. Like a year to go, you probably like when you see Mane going for like 34. It's just like a little bit like why wouldn't you drop the price a little bit? But they're in control. They hold the cards. They decide the price. Like there's nothing we can really say about it.
Yeah.
Like striker market, like we're talking off camera, isn't great. So you kind of just have to pay what you have to pay.
Yeah.
Like, 45 is not a rip-off. It's kind of a lot of money for a year left for like a Jesus, but at the same time, he's a very good player to me.
Yeah. And I think I'm gonna throw this to you, Rash, but obviously Jeff chip in as well, because and this is just playing devil's advocate, because obviously a lot of Arsenal fans are very happy with the signing of Gabriel Jesus. Say we've got a striker for next season, but we can't now almost like forget the narrative that was the case last 2 years, where people said multiple times City won back-to-back leagues without a striker, when Gabriel Jesus was there the whole time.
Yeah.
And now Arsenal have signed him to play striker.
Yeah.
So how do you feel about that narrative?
Look, I mean, they have an angle, they have a point. Do you know what I mean? They have an argument to what they're saying. But, and look, for Arsenal fans who are extremely happy with Jesus, I mean, look, as a comedian once says, if someone's starving and you give them crackers, they're going to say, well, this is the best crackers I've ever had in my life. You get me? Let me have another one. Do you know what I'm trying to say? So I
Shout
get
out to
it.
Jacob's Crackers.
Do you know what I mean? But we've been hungry. Do you know what I mean?
it's
So
true.
when
Arsenal,
you see someone who you know who had a promising beginning with City, and everyone was kind of saying, do you know what? This is the guy.
They were
he's
saying
actually
he
got
was
a
the
lot
guy.
of potential.
They were saying he was the guy.
And you saw him fall behind because, you know, his competition was quite big.
Steep,
you know what I mean?
yeah.
You have to stand behind
Legendary competition.
You get me?
Yeah.
The Agueros of the world. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And it's hard to knock them sort of guys off the pedestal. And then when he did come in to be that number one guy, he didn't really perform to the highest standard of the Aguero. So he always was looked at, you know what I mean? Are you even going to be as good as we thought you was going to be? But at the same time, look, to pay something like that in this market, right? You might say it's a bit expensive as well, but as Jeff said before, they hold all the cards. They can ask for them sort of prices, especially in the current market in regards to strikers. There's not a lot out there. Do you know what I mean? And then you got to think, okay, all right, he didn't really take off for City, but sometimes when you're in a place where there's a lot of superstars, it can kind of sun you. You know what I mean? And maybe he felt like a young'un amongst elders, you know what I'm trying to say? Like
But he was
a prima donna amongst people who are already established. So sometimes that can get into your head. But when you come to a place and you are the star, you are the highest paid player on in the squad. You're not here to ride the bench. It might give you a little bit of arrogance that you need on the pitch to be what you needed to be beforehand, but now you got a time to express yourself.
Yeah.
So who knows?
Yeah. To be fair, I think that's very fair. It could be that he needs to have that feeling of, I'm the man here.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'd say so. If you look at his ability, like I know people have their questions about him, like goal wise or whatnot, but it's kind of hard when you're in and out of a team. Like even if you have 20 something starts, how many games do you finish? Like, and City, like we know the way they play, it's a lot of wing play. Like unless you're even Aguero at times has struggled in that City team.
Yeah.
In that City team because Pep just plays a certain kind of way. It's very, very fluid. So the need for a number 9 is a bit different. But at Arsenal, you may be more of the focal point. Even when you look at like Lacazette, we've had Lacazette there, we've had Aubameyang there. Lacazette, all in all, is a good player, but just gasses out like at 70 minutes, and just seems like for someone who's 30, his legs kind of just get the better
Went quick,
of him.
yeah.
Jesus is nimble, good touch, and it can be a poacher at times. Has played right wing too.
Yeah.
Arteta may not mean much to people, but he's like considered like a good defensive forward. It's new terms, but in terms of like the system, it'll work.
Yeah.
Because we're kind of like in that same vein as City. Like we operate well from wide situations.
Yeah.
Like he might benefit. Like he might not score 35 goals. Like I don't think that.
Yeah.
But 16, 17 league goals a season is solid. Especially
It is solid, to be fair.
Especially if you're
Not the
playing really well. And it's more than just stats at the end of the day. I know you're a striker, but if you're 16, 17 league goals is a solid return.
And plus, you got to look at it. I can't remember the exact stat, but I saw something where over, I think, the last 10 years, it's either the number of goals or the number of touches in the box for strikers has halved over that period of time, which is not going to be a shock to any of us here.
His is still good.
The most touches in the opposition box last season was Salah. That would have been unthinkable 10 years ago for a winger to have the most touches in the box. Because you'd be like, why is he in the box?
Yeah.
So much.
But even in regards to the style of play, it's a different type of outlet to Lacazette.
It is, yeah.
Lacazette was mainly the guy who would hold up the ball,
It's a link
do
man.
2-2 moves and try to either get the foul
Jesus can do both.
or hold it and then try to play it and do the link up. Whereas Jesus, not only can he do that, he can also, he's got the pace, he's got the
Going
skill
behind.
to run in behind as well and actually to challenge the defender that is actually marking him at that period of time as well.
Yeah.
Whereas Laka's only option really was to draw in the foul or lay it off to someone else.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
that's it.
So with the new style of football that maybe Arteta's trying to create there as well, where we are more free-flowing going up their pitch, even on their counter-attacks, I think that it fits the bill all right, man.
Yeah.
Even when you think about it, like Lacazette, even last season, there's a lot of like chances he would have in the box, but it might not actually turn out to be a chance because he doesn't get a shot off.
Because he doesn't trust his pace sometimes.
Yeah, and then he might cut back.
Yeah.
Or like Jesus is a bit more instinctive in the box. Like,
Yeah.
More likely to win
yeah,
pens.
he's got a good touch. He's quite quick. He can get a shot off. Like, he doesn't mind shooting through like a row of bodies. Someone like Lacazette kind of wants the perfect shot.
Yeah.
A lot of the time. Like, you want to fashion this chance to just that it's not striker instinct. So playing someone like Jesus, while you have played right wing for the best part of the season, and that's what you've been doing, you still have some instinct in the box.
Yeah.
So I think it could work out well for us.
Yeah, and you got to think as well, when you speak about Jesus' tally, I mean, he might have scored about 6 to 8 goals
Yeah.
last
8, I
season,
think.
but then you still got to think, in reality, that's from the wing. He's done that from the wing. He wasn't really playing directly down the middle.
No, he hardly played any games for City striker.
You know what I'm trying to say?
Not last season. No.
Not last season.
If he could play in the position that he wants to play, which is centre forward, you know, then maybe we can see what he really has in his locker. Do you know what I mean? I'm excited for it.
I'm not mad with it. I think Jesus is a good player.
Yeah,
He's got
I
good
do.
attributes. The pressing one, like you said, he's quick. So when we play against teams who are better than us on the ball, he actually gives us an option through the middle in terms of counter attack.
Yeah.
He's 25, so he should still get better.
Yeah.
So he's got a lot of good attributes.
And say what you want. If you're a City, you're a winner now.
Yeah.
That is
got-
well
you
the
got-
mentality.
yeah.
Exactly.
And
So-
you've won. He's been a part of what? 4 Prems,
4 Prems.
3 FA Cups.
Yeah. Wasn't he Pep's real first signing that really
I think he
kicked
was
off?
one of them. Yeah.
that they signed him like in the January transfer window and he came in.
Yeah.
And remember, because there was a time he probably
He was
rolled him
challenging
full.
Aguero.
Yeah.
He was challenging Aguero
Yeah.
for that starting spot.
Definitely.
And Aguero just being Aguero just said, nah,
The
buddy.
eventually took
this is
over.
mine.
But Aguero had to earn it.
Yeah.
He did.
Because Jesus was doing his thing up top at the beginning.
Guess it just seemed like as you go on, like you've been there 5 years.
Yeah.
If you haven't made an impression as early as you want, like he had his year where Aguero was injured the year before last,
Yeah.
and you just didn't snatch the chance
No,
the
he
way
didn't. He
you
didn't.
should have. But that doesn't mean you can't still be a great player for us. Like,
No.
we're not City.
Exactly.
Like, we're still, say what we want, we're not a good team yet.
Yeah.
We've had good spells.
That's important. The expectancy is slightly,
yeah, like,
Yeah.
and it's easy for you to perform above average.
Yeah.
exactly. So
It's true.
mm,
So I think overall, I understand why Arsenal fans are happy. I think it's a good signing overall. It'll be very interesting to see how he does. He shouldn't really have a settling in problem. He should just really pick up to a T. So yeah, I mean,
Yeah. Like he's got like Martinelli, who he knows
Martinelli,
very well on
the
the
Brazilian
other side.
link. We
Yeah.
know he knows that he should be able to speak a good level of English.
Yeah.
yeah, I think
He
you
knows
can
Arteta.
Yeah. He knows
know
Arteta.
the league, like the
You know
back
the
of your
league.
hand.
Exactly.
He knows Gabriel at the back as well.
Exactly.
Yeah, I can't see him having too many problems.
I can't see him being bad. I guess the only thing with him is what are the expectations for Arsenal fans? That's what we're going to find out quickly.
All right, what's your expectation if we go around the
Are we
room?
looking at you talking about like a goal return?
Yeah.
Let's go goal return and general performance for the first season.
I'd say goal return. I think if he gives us 15 to 20 Premier League goals, that range, I don't think we can complain. Because I know the other stuff of the game, parts of the game he can bring.
Yeah. Okay.
So I'd say, yeah, if he gets
15
that,
to 20.
that's
Rash?
calm.
Yeah, I'm kind of thinking about those sort of numbers as well, to be honest. I think I haven't seen anything from him that makes me think he can get more than that yet.
That, yeah.
Yeah.
But if he can get 15 to 20, then he will convince me, okay, we know what your potential is. Maybe you can kick on next season.
Okay.
Yourself?
So yeah, I'll say 16, 17 goals.
Yeah.
I'd take that right now if you gave it to me.
Yeah, because he's, and we've tried this before. Like, I guess a striker who's not as prolific. Like we had it with Giroud, and I guess it worked for some. It didn't work for some, but Jesus is a much more prem player. He's
Shout out
like,
to Giroud, though.
it's
Class
Giroud is-
player.
Hey, Giroud slept on, man.
What a
I
player.
Very
can't
slept
lie. I always say I regret how I was with Giroud then. I don't even know if I regret, but I used to slay him.
He used to. He was a lot of the reason Sanchez was Sanchez.
Yeah,
Yeah,
he used
and
to
also-
work bloody
yeah.
hard as well, man.
Oh,
yeah.
And
But-
the thing is, it's funny because Arsenal signed Laka to replace Giroud and be an upgrade.
Yeah.
But Laka never even turned out to be as good as
He
Giroud.
couldn't be as...
No,
Like,
no.
Giroud is really slept on. Quality player, man.
He's a quality
Yeah,
player,
yeah.
man.
But yeah, Jesus is maybe not as prolific as you can go say Kane or whoever else. But in this era of football, he would be the number 9 Arsenal would need. Like he's nimble, kind of do everything we want. Like he can play with his back to goal. He's not bad.
I mean, outside of Benzema, Lewandowski, and Kane, who else is really there that's putting up more than 20 league goals while giving you those all-around performances?
From that position,
Think about it. Let's think about it, honestly.
Haaland, but he's not really. He's more goal driven.
We can't even say, he can give us all-around performances.
Yeah. Overall, like all around performance, there isn't many.
There isn't many.
Strikers are a dying breed. Like, even someone like
Serious.
Kane, is Kane, like 20 goals near enough every season. But even his game's changed now.
it's going to get worse as well. I've seen the kids coming up. No one wants to play centre forward. They hate it.
Yes, it's
They
kind
hate
of
it.
it's kind of one of those positions in the pitch where I don't see the false nines and all that. It's kind of like it doesn't matter, but it's just about space now.
Yeah.
Like it doesn't necessarily mean get 45 goals.
Get goals.
Yeah. Where do you find, obviously, it's completely separate. Where do you find that kids want to play nowadays?
It's so crazy because I see players, they want to play on the wing or cam.
Yeah.
That's all they want to play. When they get told, hey, you sit up top, they're vexed because they're like,
Vexed.
I'm gonna be bored up there. I'm
Yeah.
just gonna be running around. I'm not getting the
You know
ball.
what?
Like,
I see
hate it.
wing and fullback because as a fullback now, when I was younger, we played 4-3-3 when we were younger, but it was more rare. Like normally you play like 4-4-2,
4-4-2,
3-5-2.
that was standard.
4-4-2, everyone
You
knows
might
it.
see a lot of the ball, but it's completely different now. Like some teams, even youth teams, like the fullback could be the best player on the pitch.
Yep.
It wasn't like that when I was growing up.
4-4-2 days, man. Bless the
4-4-2.
second striker. He
That's
never
why-
got no goals.
None. And
Man
it was
used to rip-
accepted.
man used to rip
It was
Bergkamp.
calm.
accepted.
You
We
set
used-
up the main guy.
And people used to rip Bergkamp. Like, I was talking to a friend. He's like, Bergkamp got 6 goals this season. It's like, bro, it didn't matter then.
Yeah.
He's supporting Henri.
Yeah, he put it on the plate for my man. That's why Henri said best person he played with was Bergkamp.
And the woman had to ask him twice, saying, like, you sure? You played with that little guy in Barca? She's like, okay.
Because he put it on a plate for me to
You know what I'm
eat.
saying? Like,
Made me eat my dinner.
and I think I was saying to Jelil when I was kicking ball with him, I was saying, there's actually also never been a better time to try and be a centre-back if you're a youth growing up.
Yeah.
When we were young, 10, 11, 12, trying to be centre-back, well, you know what that's like, man.
You
You're
have to be
going to them
ruthless.
away grounds.
Muddy.
Like, fam, these man, you know them ones that your team will try to do a through ball, keeper comes out, claims it.
Yeah.
And you just look at him. This guy's already looking down the pitch.
Yeah.
He's got no plan in his football. He's
Yeah.
like, I'm kicking this in
that
the
up.
sky, bro.
Yeah.
Let's see what happens.
Yeah.
And you know you got to get your head on that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Now there's
No,
probably
everything's on the floor.
some centre backs who don't header much.
Yeah.
Oh,
You like
Ben
I'm
White
thinking
You
about
need
it.
to be fit. I remember back in the day, like our centre back, you could be like unfit, you can't run, you could be big. You just had to be slightly like a house. You can go, put him centre back, put him in goal. Do you know what I'm trying to say?
you can't anymore.
No,
yeah,
no way.
those centre backs have kind of died out.
Yeah, now you get skinned, man.
Yeah, you need to be a hybrid now. Even if you do still have that in you,
Yeah.
you need to be able to play on the floor. You
Yeah.
can't just be a shit house.
Yeah, yeah.
So yeah, man. So yeah, to all the kids out there, try centre back. You know what I'm
For
saying?
real. You see a lot of the ball.
You'll see a lot of the ball and you won't have to head much.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So, but yeah, man, now let's move on to Before we move on to Raphinha, let's touch on Fabio Vieira. That one kind of came out of the blue. Didn't see one. You'd like to actually see Arsenal do more business like this.
Yeah.
That was nice.
Because we
easy
saw
business.
no links to him. I didn't see any. And the first link you saw was fee agreed, medical booked.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're just like, well, hold on. I need to find out who this guy is.
Exactly.
Yeah, it was literally one of those.
Exactly.
Yeah.
You're like, wait, hold on. Like, what, 60 assists? You look at him, you're like, I can play.
Yeah.
But you just wonder how it translates to
To the Prem.
Premier League.
I mean, yeah, some people have said, could he be like Bruno-esque? Do you think, do you guys think he could play with Odegaard on the same team? Nah.
They're both left-footed. Maybe not.
Yeah, look.
I can't see it. Not straight away, anyway.
At the moment, I think Odegaard's biggest challenge is Smith Rowe. You know what I mean? And compared to my guy, because my guy has got as we already know, he's got a lot of weight to gain.
Yeah, he's got to put on some kgs, man.
Bro, my man looks like the size of my middle finger. He's got a lot to do.
He's been malnourished, man. Like, it's not bad. Like, obviously, those technical footballers, sometimes if you think ahead of the game, it's not going to matter. But at the same time, Premier League is Premier
You
League.
do that in the Prem.
Playing against
Bro.
a Kante or Basuma, who can match you. They don't even need to be thinking that you can just get there in 2 steps.
Yeah.
They will clean you. But then you know what, actually? That throws up an interesting thing because now Laka's gone. Isn't Odegaard technically going to be captain of Arsenal?
But if in the line of concession, I think that's what it is.
It could be. It's either.
Arteta ain't dropping as captain.
Probably. I think Smith Rowe is definitely the bigger competition, probably initially than Vieira.
Yeah.
But Smith Rowe is not a competition to Odegaard.
Yeah, in regards
He's just not.
to being established, he's not.
Yeah, because when, put it this way, when Odegaard's playing and we're playing well, it's him. He's the reason why we're playing well. Like, just the way he turns, the way he receives the ball on a half turn, the link ups, you see what the relationship him and Saka have got.
He demands the ball.
Yeah, if people might see Saka as our most important player, but who gives him the ball? Who has that connection with him? It's Odegaard.
It's true.
It's true.
So
And them two on the right side together is dangerous.
yeah, so maybe in time, like as the season goes on, you may see Vieira more and more, but I think initially he'll be wrapped in cotton wool a bit and kept safe and maybe play some cup games
And I think Arsenal fans shouldn't necessarily panic. I know it's 35 million is a lot for a bench player, but at the end of the day, if you want depth, players don't come cheap anymore. You know what I'm saying? And you can't cry about having Oneni as a backup.
Yeah,
and you're trying to upgrade, and you're saying he's too good to be on the bench.
Yeah, you can't have it both ways.
It's a harsh world.
Exactly. And one of the things that the people are screaming for is creativity.
Yeah.
Okay, let's get a creative player then.
Yeah, exactly.
If we want to get back to that, everyone, all Arsenal fans who have a certain age, let's get back to those Wenger days where we were playing great football. Well, these are the kind of players you're going to have to sign.
Yeah,
and
exactly.
even, I think I saw something where Arteta said he liked like the quartet. He had like Rosicky, Wilshere, Cazorla, Ramsey. Yeah, your Ramsey counts in that. But those small technical footballers, if we want to get back to that, you're going to need to buy some small technical footballers.
Yeah, that's what Arsenal were, man. They were Rosicky, Cazorla, Wilshere, Ramsey, and before that it was Fabregas, Nasri, Rosicky, and
There's
Kleb.
Ozil.
Yeah.
Like
Ozil in between Sanchez.
It's just technical
That's
football.
what Arsenal have been known for, man.
So this guy, I don't really watch Portuguese league like that.
I've watched a few clips of him since.
Seen him maybe in one Champions League game.
Clearly got technical ability.
Yeah,
that's
through
not
the
a
roof.
problem.
It looks good.
But as you said, he smells of the old era.
Yeah,
It's got that stench.
Yeah, you just want him to just get up to speed. So I wouldn't expect amazing things straight away. I just think let his season build.
What I would say, looking at his highlights, and obviously, correct me if you guys think I'm wrong.
Yeah.
I think he's got similar attributes to Odegaard in that I think they're both excellent passers.
Yeah.
I think where Odegaard is very different is that Odegaard is very nippy.
Very.
Small spaces, he can move his body very quick. This Vieira guy doesn't look as quick at all. But he looks like someone who, if you work with him and he gets that physicality he's talking about, maybe he could play more as a deep lying.
He looks like more of a maestro.
like more of a master. You know how what's that brother from Napoli? Fabio Ruiz.
He was
That-
also up for sale.
Don't make me cry, bro.
I would have liked him. I can't lie, man.
It's not over yet, but who
I think
knows?
he's cold.
Very
I've
good
wanted him
player.
for a bit, but
Very good player, man.
but
But yeah, I like the signing. Like, of course, none of us were probably the most familiar, but just by clips, I know clips don't always help the most, but in this sense, like when you're just looking at a technical footballer, can you ever go wrong?
Yeah. And when you look at goals and chances created by him
very
as well,
good.
he tops it in the whole of Europe. Yeah.
Did he top it?
Bar Trent.
Was he behind Trent?
Just behind Trent.
Well, he was second.
He was second
For what?
Assists?
for
Or chances
assists and
created?
chances created.
Really?
I
Yeah.
had no idea.
Yeah.
I didn't know he was that high.
Yeah, man. So you
That's
got
high.
That is high. So you got to kind of look at it as well and just be like, do you know what? Okay, the scouting guys, they know what they're doing here. It's just what they're gonna do with him to make him be Prem ready.
You know what? I did get a few messages from like Liverpool, from some of the Liverpool friends that I know, not Lamps, but saying that they were actually kind of upset that we got him. They were kind of hoping that they would get him.
innit? Yeah, so.
I was lamps, bro.
It actually wasn't Lamps. It wasn't you. It wasn't you. It wasn't Vieira.
Vieira.
Yeah, it wasn't Lamps. So yeah.
Who cares about
But yeah,
Fabio
so-
Vieira?
But okay, so before we move on from him, are you guys happy with the fact that we got him before we signed Tielemans?
You know, I would like Tielemans
like him
a lot, but it looks like we either think we can get him at the last minute.
But why are we waiting?
I don't know. I
Are
don't
we
think.
literally trying to save 5 mil or something?
No, I think we must think that no one wants him because who was he linked with before? It was like
I saw links today to Man United.
Man, United trying to get links with everybody.
they're
You know
struggling,
what?
man.
I can't lie. That might not even be Man United, you know. I reckon that could be Tielemans' agents that says, you know what, man? Arsenal dilly-dallying, man. Let's put out this about United one and maybe Arsenal will come in and step up.
But you know,
especially now with Raphinha news.
I don't even know if he's stressing about because if you stay,
You
then
can walk.
in this free transfer market where these players are running down their deals.
But this is the thing. Strangely enough, apparently they're saying that Tielemans, because of his relationship with Leicester, is saying, I'm not going to leave you for free. If I don't leave now, I'll sign you 1 year deal.
A 1 year deal,
and then leave next summer. That way you make sure you get some fee. Fair
Okay.
play to him, innit?
Yeah.
But then again, even him going to United, him, De Jong,
Who is De Jong there?
No, yeah.
we'll talk about that. We'll talk about that. Yeah.
We do need to move quick. Like if the Rafi, like we're gonna talk about it.
Yeah.
but
We might as well speak about it now.
yeah. Like, seeing that play out, like it was a lot of stories for like the whole weekend. It's like developing. It's like, oh, it looks like early next Tuesday or Raphinha's in our beef or we're gonna do this
Next week it's gonna be
Tuesday.
done.
It's gonna be done
next week. Yeah.
And then
Chelsea said
you
nah.
read that there's a verbal offer that's clearly below the 55 Chelsea offered. So it's just kind of like all of those stories probably just Chelsea's just thinking about you, like, you know what? Let's just why don't we get him?
Why don't we?
Yeah.
Bruv, you needed Apollo Creed in that negotiation room screaming, there's no tomorrow. There is no tomorrow. Because these men think they've always got time to do what they're doing. Look, Arsenal need to stop playing around with these initial feel-out bids. Let me test the waters. Let me throw some scraps and see if they'll take that. No, bro, they've already said what they already want. Give them close to what they want, not too close what you want to give.
Yeah.
Do you know what I'm trying to say?
Yeah.
Like, it stinks of the Suarez still.
Oh my god.
Stinks
one-
of it.
There's a one time when I saw that I was like, Wenger's my uncle, man. But that was a bad.
That was.
Don't offer that.
Yeah, like I get it. You wanted
That's-
to
to
just
this
to
day,
open
that's
up the
still-
negotiating table. You get me?
£1.
You don't do that with a player like Suarez.
£1.
Show your intent.
It's the maddest thing about that deal is that by law,
It was fine.
it was fine.
Of course,
if it was
that,
abroad,
that opened up the doors to have a
if it
conversation.
was abroad, he would have gone for 40 mil and £1.
Suarez was going.
Yeah.
Suarez
Gerrard
wanted to
stopped
go.
him.
Yeah. Said, well, them man, they're only putting £1 on top of what you're... Bruv, you're worth more than
Like
that.
he said, like you wait one more year, you will go to Barcelona
Yeah.
or
Sanchez,
Real Madrid.
Suarez at Arsenal with Sanchez and Ozil.
Oh my god.
This is the problem,
With
yeah.
Cazorla. Oi.
Oh my god.
Oi.
We would have won the league.
Maybe 2016.
I can't lie. Rash has a point. I think Arsenal would have been. You know the only reason why I can't say we definitely would have because of that ballers mentality that we had at that point.
Yeah, but at the same
But
time,
Suarez that has that.
that would have saved
Him and
Wenger. That would have
Sanchez.
saved Wenger.
Yeah.
I don't know.
We don't know, obviously, because we can't go back in time and play things out. But I
Wenger
think
would've-
that could have given Wenger another 5.
No, just imagine Suarez with Sanchez and Ozil and Cazorla. Like that
The
is
fluidity of the football would have been different class.
different
Arsenal would have been spoken about differently.
completely.
All right, so we know Raphinha probably ain't gonna happen, yeah.
All
What
right,
do you
yeah.
think Raphinha would
All
have
right, now
added
look,
though?
this is
All right,
this
yeah.
is this is the conversation because from what we're hearing, Tuchel's got other plans for Raphinha.
Right. Yeah. So from what we're hearing, 55 million bids been accepted.
Yeah.
But Ornstein is saying that Tuchel is considering playing Raphinha as a wing back.
Yeah.
Whilst Arsenal have already told Raphinha, if we sign you, you're playing right wing.
Yeah.
So we got to think, okay, in the World Cup season where everyone's trying to get into their national squads,
And the World Cup is not in the summer.
it's not in the summer, so they
It's in
got
November.
time. They got time to actually put in some work, show what they can do. If this is Tuchel's plan to play him at wing back, and look, I'm not too sure. I know it's coming from Ornstein, but when you put your mind to it, you're just like,
It don't make sense.
really? Why would it happen that way?
Yeah.
Well, let's just say it does
does.
happen that way. And this is what he's being told where he's going to play or where they want him to play. Is he really going to say, do you know what? Brazil need a right wing back.
Brazil don't
No,
even
bro,
play
they
with
don't
wing
need
backs.
they don't need none of that.
They don't
So
play with
in
wing
the
backs.
Brazil they used to be.
Thank you.
A whole nother
So
Brazil.
he's like, no, I need to fight for this position for Brazil.
Yeah, which
How
he's
am I
got
gonna
a
do
lot-
that?
He's got a lot of competition
Yeah,
for that
how
right
am I
wing
going to
slot.
do that?
That's Chelsea.
Always here on this side of the halfway line. Something that I don't know that Arsenal might have an edge. They might have the edge on the player. They might not have the edge on the club. They might have the edge on the player.
does-
This is where, and Rash making a good point where if Arsenal were a serious club, they would match Chelsea's offer tonight
Mm-hmm.
And then see
and
what
say,
he wants.
Raphinha, we're playing you right wing,
And you're
They
a
might-
starter.
and you're a starter. They might play you wing back, and you might be on the bench.
Yeah.
You make the choice.
Get Edu in there talking that Brazilian version
Gabriel
of Portuguese. Do you know what I'm trying to say?
You know what I'm saying?
Get,
Bring the man in.
get
Gabriel
Jesus, yo,
Jesus.
man. We'll make sure we get there together.
You know what I'm saying? Gabriel there. I mean, who Chelsea got that can chat to him like that?
Thiago Silva.
He's an uncle. You get
He's
me?
an
Like,
uncle.
Yeah, but uncle, man. You ain't
Wisdom.
Oh, you
Yeah,
might be
yeah, it's
retired
true. But
in
it's
2
just
years,
like, man, you know, like when you, I don't know, you got youngers. You don't even know it anyway. Let me just talk for myself. yeah, you got youngers. You got your sons and your nephews and your nieces and that, and you're trying to talk to them and you're trying to educate them, and they think that you was on the roads or doing this thing a long time
Yeah.
ago, and you're like, why wasn't that long ago? Do you know what I
Yeah.
mean? But they think you're ancient, bro. Yeah, things was like that in your day.
Yeah.
It's just like you're an idiot, bro. But if you're hearing something from someone who's slightly older,
Or your age.
or your age,
Jesus, same age, bro.
got a young buck as well on the other side trying to get into the squad. Got in Martinelli. Do you know what I mean?
That too.
You got Edu whispering in your ears. Come on,
proper
man.
Brazilian link
I
up,
know
fam.
these men there. I'll get you. I'll make sure
Fabio
you're in the
Vieira
Brazilian.
speaks Portuguese,
Exactly.
so
You know
hey, there's a
what
proper,
Gabriel.
There's a connection
there's a
there.
proper thing
So
there.
if them men are like, hey, come over here, but trust me, we will make sure that we all play for our national squad. He might be feeling that vibe.
The only difference is Chelsea have the added
Currency.
bonus of Champions League football.
Yeah.
All right.
So
Right.
But then that depends
That's-
on what Raphinha's intentions are if he's looking to kick on from Chelsea.
Exactly.
Because otherwise Champions League's not that important. Champions League's important if you're looking to, I want to go to my dream squad, Barcelona, which he does.
Exactly. And exactly.
All right.
Exactly. And
I don't know though, man.
it looks unlikely, let's be honest. Arsenal not going to match the bid.
You said anyway. I saw
Probably
it.
not.
There was many journalists that said now that the deal is agreed, the fee personal terms aren't a problem
No, there won't be a problem.
because the player wants to leave. Like, he's not spending more time at Leeds.
Yeah.
See, the thing is, personal terms are not the issue because personal terms are more monetary. What we're talking about here is where you're going to play.
Yeah. But do you think, now, honestly, this coming out the way that it did, the Arsenal guys aren't on that telephone?
I will be surprised if they're not. The way it's come out so sudden, I don't know, man. I just think I think Arsenal guys will be on the phone.
It just may be too late.
It just could be. I guess it's really Arsenal guys should be on the phone to Raphinha
That's what I'm saying. And his agent.
and his agent, not Leeds. Bun them.
Talking
You know
it
what the
up.
fee is now.
Because last
Speak
I
to
heard,
the Don.
last I heard is they're just finalizing things with the agent and stuff that's moving over. They've kind of agreed to what Arsenal want. He likes the Arsenal plan because remember Spurs was trying to sniff their noses in as well. No rats trying to get more. and he even said, no, I prefer the Arsenal plan to your plan. Do you know what I'm trying to say?
I mean, let's be real. I always saw Raphinha as more of an Arsenal player than Spurs. I don't know. That's just something visually that just Raphinha at Arsenal visually to me makes sense.
it does.
Does. Very direct player. He'd actually probably offer us something a little bit different if he was to come.
Do you both think that Raphinha's better than Saka?
Yes. It's not by much. But
I agree. I think he's a bit better than Saka.
Yeah.
Just in terms of maybe output.
Yes, and I was going to say that exactly.
Yeah. Saka offers a lot as a player. As for someone so young, like he's very, very good. But yeah, I think just in terms of that exact position, Raphinha just gets straight to the meat and potatoes.
He's
man.
got a hunger, bruv. You just see it. As soon as he wants the ball, he's like, I want goals.
Yeah.
Even last year,
That's all I'm going.
last year he didn't play that well.
Yeah.
His goal return was still good.
Yeah. He's a good player though, man.
Yeah.
I think a front three of him, Jesus and Saka, from a pressing perspective, would be brilliant. They're all very quick.
Yeah.
They're running behind. Saka and Raphinha can carry the ball.
And a lot of fouls will be drawn.
A lot of fouls will be drawn. On paper, it seems like it would be a good front three. So I'm with Rash. I think if I'm Arsenal tonight, all I do is speak to Raphinha. Just get the clear from him. Yo, if we match the bid, would you come to us?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because as a wing back, to me, I think that's crazy for him to play the wing
Yeah.
back.
Especially when they got Reece James.
Bro, they would play him left wing back, bro. But they got Chilwell.
Yeah.
It's just not making any sense.
It don't
It's
make
not making
sense.
any sense.
I don't want to see. He might be wrong.
Yeah, he could
Well,
be
he
wrong.
could be wrong,
He could
yeah.
be wrong. But, I mean, Chelsea would be all right with... They need a right winger.
Yeah, Ziyech is going Milan,
Yeah,
right?
because Ziyech is supposed to be off-skin. He didn't really...
Ziyech, no disrespect to Ziyech, he's not that good.
Yeah, no, he is
Yeah,
overrated.
do you know
A
what?
lot of ability,
I
but-
used to think he was.
I used to think he was
He's
too.
got a lot of ability. He's just one of those players. It just doesn't, to me, it doesn't translate. Like, you can have all the ability, but sometimes you just don't fit in
Yeah, he
certain
didn't
teams.
quite fit at
Like,
Chelsea.
He's, like, even, like, say it, like, when he plays, Lukaku looked really, like, worse than even what he was playing before.
Yeah.
Because he doesn't look for
Yeah.
anybody.
He just looks to shoot.
Yeah,
Shoot
or-
across.
Yeah, or just put
Yeah.
in across from anywhere.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Anywhere.
Just like, bro, come on. Like,
Yeah, you can see sometimes Ziyech is that type of winger that just likes to whip in crosses at any angle. And then even if it lands in a good area, he'll be there saying, why is no one in there? Even when he knows that no one's made the
Yeah.
run.
like, so,
He'll be like, why is no one in there? It's like, bro, you
sometimes
didn't
it's-
look up.
Yeah, sometimes it's good to cross and put it in dangerous areas.
Yeah, when people
but,
are there.
When
yeah,
people are
but
there.
you don't just do it for the sake of doing it.
Yeah.
Bro,
You might do it once or twice and be like, guys, where are you? You should be there. If
Yeah.
it's somewhere you should generally be.
Yeah.
You're crossing from 30 yards.
Or near the halfway then, bro.
It's just
Something
like,
will
bro,
get-
come on,
yeah,
man.
So,
So, yeah, it looks like Chelsea are going to probably get Raphinha and Sterling
yeah.
is a possibility.
That is a possibility.
So how do we feel about Raphinha, Sterling, Havertz from free?
I don't think it works. I think...
It sounds very sounds mismatch,
I'll
innit?
be honest with you. Look,
Mm.
Havertz is probably the best, most creative player in Chelsea right now. Yeah, in regards to going forward. In my opinion, I can't really see anyone else who's actually topping his output and his ability in regards to what he brings to a game. If we look at Raheem, bags of talent, bags of ability. When does he shine the most? When he has a number 9 that makes the runs and pulls the players away from him. He fills in those pockets and he makes the most out of the situation. Havertz ain't that type of player. Sterling was amazing next to Aguero. Yeah, he got his numbers, he got his assists. You know what I'm trying to say? And it was because of the movement of Aguero and because of how dangerous Aguero was. Yeah, defenders would always worry about what Aguero is going to be, what positions Aguero is going to be in, and didn't watch Sterling's running in behind, providing all that space and width there. Do you know what I mean? Or backing off of Sterling for fear of the pass to Aguero, bangs in the goal. Do you know what I'm trying to say? Chelsea ain't got that.
No.
And as much as it's good for Sterling location-wise to where he wants to be, I guess, he doesn't need to be there to cement his space for England. He's got that. You know what Southgate's like? These are my boys and that's it.
Yeah.
I don't need no one else. You know what I'm trying to say?
Yeah.
He doesn't need to go there to cement his position. He's not going to get the number 9 play that he needs in order to shine the way that we know Sterling can shine. Well, why are you going there? You're already a medal winner. What do you need to achieve by going there?
He kind of has to go in a way.
He has to leave City.
I heard City were offering him to. Who did I hear they were offloading him off to the other day? And I was just like, no, this is really disrespectful. But it was because they wanted another player. Let me go look that up.
Yeah, because
I'm trying to think who you might be thinking about.
Spurs last year.
It's not Newcastle, right?
Nah, it wasn't.
Is someone abroad?
I can't even remember. But they were interested in something. Let me try and find it.
You know what? I think when I think about, because Chelsea played that 3-4-3, I just think they played a 3-4-3 where, because the wing back is so forward, that kind of forces your wingers to be more in terms of the starting position.
Yeah.
And if you think about Sterling, his main strengths to me are his off the ball movement and the width he can keep. You're kind of taking both away with the formation that Chelsea play.
I don't think Chelsea are going to keep that. Because you could play 3-4-3 when you have Rudiger, Thiago Silva.
And that centre back is another issue.
Yeah, they lost 3 centre backs and they're losing Marcus Alonso at some point.
Yeah, he's gone.
He's already said he's happy to go. Or no, he wants to go.
Yeah, he's gone. He's gone.
When Ben Chilwell gets fit, it'll probably be Reece
and he's
James.
Injury prone.
Yeah, but he'll be back this season, I think.
Yeah, he'll be back. Yeah,
he'll probably be in preseason.
Yeah, he should be back for preseason.
So you just look at it, like, I think Sterling does best when he has a willing overlapper for one, as like his decoy.
Yeah,
that's where it works, and when the opposing winger fullback can cross.
Yep.
Because that's where a lot of his goals come from.
Post tappings, right? Yeah.
So if you get Chilwell overlapping and you get Sterling wide left, you maybe move Mount more central or somewhere else, then Chelsea could be very, very dangerous.
It could. I just think when I hear the sound of a Raphinha Sterling Havertz front 3, something about it doesn't hit me as it being natural. There would need to be a lot of work done there for it to work.
They just need another option. Like, you know, Lukaku's gone now on loan. He probably will never come back.
No,
he'll be sold next season.
That's a complete madness. What happened there.
They're probably going to lose 50, 60 mil from him.
Yeah,
they'll probably sell him for 30, 40 mil next season.
Exactly.
But Havertz is very, very, very good. Like you said, like you'd need something else because Havertz he's a good link-up player, makes pretty good runs, pretty busy up there, but he's not clinical.
Yeah, not consistent.
Yeah, and his performance kind of like spikes, then it drops.
Yeah.
So they'll need, you know what? I say that. Broha's there.
They're looking to sell him to West Ham.
Actually sell him, or to West Ham are just interested?
I think West Ham are interested. There was talks about a £30 million fee.
Huh.
So, but now that Lukaku's gone, I don't know if they're still going to sell Broha. I think that's someone they can consider giving a chance.
Is he's good.
He is.
He is good.
He's made for the Prem. Like times at Southampton, he was causing havoc.
Yeah. And Southampton weren't great last season. They were pretty bad, like, if we're being honest.
All in all, yeah.
All in all,
they were good
pretty
for
bad.
like 5-6 games, then bad.
But it'll be interesting. Obviously, West Ham won him, and they won that Dan Juma guy as well. They won him 36 million. If they get them two, so
Wow.
decent looking front three, and again, it'll be Dan Juma. It'll be Dan Juma, bro, and Bowen as the front three.
So what's happening to Werner?
Werner is meant to go abroad.
Juve, right?
Juve, I think.
They've just thrown him in the negotiations for the lit.
Yeah. So
Yeah,
Chelsea need that centre back.
yeah, by force. Like
By force.
De Ligt is, I'll be honest, De Ligt is not even that good.
no,
No,
it's just mad to say.
He's been found out because he was the boss, man.
He was the boss. If we're
But-
talking 3 years ago and Chelsea signing him, everyone would go mad.
Yeah. Dutch league, you can look good, especially in a system where it was
Ziyech.
working. Like
Yeah.
Davinson Sanchez looked great.
Yep.
So
Ziyech.
Ziyech looked great.
Yeah.
Haller went to West Ham, horrible.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ajax looking fantastic.
But then De Ligt went to Juve, who's normally a solid team, and obviously Juve are going through a transition, but he was not good. He makes a lot
from
of
the
mistakes.
beginning, he
Yeah.
was not good.
Yeah.
Straight away.
He makes
Straight
a lot
away.
of mistakes. A lot of them.
And if he did get that Barca deal that they were trying to do, his stock would have gone miles down.
Miles down.
Yeah, he probably would be a throwaway player right
He's
now.
even lucky he went to Juve
Yeah.
because, in a funny way, the scrutiny you get there is not the same.
No, because
But he's
So-
made some bad mistakes
And
at
he
Juve.
did, but he
Oh,
did
no,
pick
really
up a few.
bad.
He picked up a few injuries too.
he has.
Injuries.
Let's be fair. Yeah.
also red cards.
Through his own making.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's just- it was
Through his own making.
yeah, he probably needs this to try and redeem himself.
Yeah.
Like, in a way, it's
It's a
kind of
great
a lifeline.
opportunity.
Like,
I mean, really, Chelsea need 2 centre backs. But I saw
they
that
need 3.
they're trying to sign Ake as well, right?
Yeah.
That would be a good signing.
It's, the thing with Ake, in the league, he might be all right, but
In the back
again,
3, I think he'll be good.
he's another, to be, injury prone and mistake prone defender.
Yeah, well, he's
Like-
better than Sarr, isn't it?
Yeah, anyone's better than him. Sar's terrible.
Yeah.
But yeah, at City, you have so much of the ball, you won't even see the mistakes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It just doesn't matter.
Yeah.
You get bailed out. You got quality players all around. But
But
at Chelsea, it'll be a good deal for them. Don't get me wrong. But at the same time,
now let me ask you guys this, because I saw Darren Bent say this. But before we speak about what Darren Bent said,
yeah,
obviously when big transfer news starts coming through, I always keep an eye on Twitter to see the general reaction of fans.
yeah,
And when the Sterling news first broke through last week, which was way too early, about 35 million to Chelsea, I saw Twitter and I actually saw a lot of Chelsea fans say, yeah, we get him for 35. Yeah, that's decent. And then I saw someone say, 35 million. I don't know about that. I don't know if I want Sterling.
wow.
I saw very few Chelsea fans say 35 million. I can't
Sterling,
believe
yeah.
this. And then I'm like,
He's a
Sterling gets
baller.
27.
Yeah.
Serial winner.
Serial
Yeah.
winner, played with Pep for years.
Mm.
You know, it was one of his 2 years ago. Sterling was the go-to guy.
Yeah, he had one season where he was his go-to guy.
Yeah.
And that season when De Bruyne was mainly injured, he became the go-to man in terms of the output.
But
We were Aguero there.
what is it with respect being put on Sterling's name
And
that
that's
the people
where I want to
don't?
come onto,
Mm.
because he is 27,
Yeah.
35 million pounds.
That's a
And there's
stillbirth.
people saying, I'm not really happy with it. And his teammate, Gabriel Jesus, who, even if you think he's a better player than Sterling, he hasn't done much in his career.
Yeah, but in reality, he's not a better
in
player
reality, he's
than Sterling.
not.
No, there's no. I'm sorry.
Not at all.
Jesus is very good. Sterling is just world class
Yeah.
to me. There's no.
And
that's it.
And this is where we need to, because I was even having a debate in this group chat because someone said Mahrez or Sterling. And I said I'd pick Mahrez.
Okay.
And then a few of the guys said they'll pick Sterling. And a few said Mahrez. It was back and forth, understandably so.
Yeah.
But with Mahrez, there's like that thing where even the guys that would pick Sterling, they say they have that appreciation for Mahrez.
Yeah, of
yeah,
course.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. 'Cause
But-
that's like me. I think we've had that conversation a few times ourselves, and I'm just like, well, I prefer Sterling, and then someone might say enough that make me say, all right, Mahrez maybe, and then I'm just like,
It's close.
but then again, I like Sterling. Do you know what I mean?
I
But-
think.
but with
I
the
think I like
Sterling one-
Sterling more.
Yeah.
But sorry, Jeff, before you go. But with the Sterling one, I feel like when you're against Sterling, there's not that same level of appreciation.
It's true.
It's like, fam, do you not see how many chances he misses?
Yeah.
You don't see how many times he does this or he does that. It's always very, somehow it feels,
He's been fighting his uphill battle since he's 16.
it's just,
When they put like 9 babies on him early on,
Yeah.
they were just doing wild
When,
stuff.
when
to
they
Sterling.
put the machine, when they went in on the machine gun being on his leg,
Yeah, even though he explained
my
why.
God.
when he had the soul singer look, when he had the little
Yeah,
going on.
he's overcome a lot in his
He
career.
was just young, man.
Yeah.
Just trying a hairstyle.
And then remember when he got to City? Oh, did he have a bad first year? I can't remember what
Yeah,
it
he
was.
wasn't great first year, but that's when did he not go City? He had a kind of bad first year, and then he went to the Euro 2016 and
God,
was getting
yeah.
eviscerated.
And then
Yeah.
Pep had to give him like a side talk, they said, and kind of changed
Remember
his
how
career.
young he was in Euro 2016?
Yeah,
How old is he
yeah.
now? 27.
27,
He was
21.
21.
Yeah.
Getting eviscerated. I'm talking about annihilated.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No one came out to say, oh, let's look after Sterling.
Yeah, let's take
You
care
know,
of my man. Yeah.
Maguire's getting booed in one game.
They,
And
were,
you got Tottenham
they
coming
got,
out
on, they got
with
onto
tweets.
him for buying his mum a yard.
Yeah.
They got,
That's when I knew he
Saying
had no
this-
chance.
No, but
That's when I knew he had no chance.
That's-
When you come on, man.
Buy
there's
your
a
mama
perception.
yard.
There's a perception of
Come on,
Sterling.
man. When you do that, bro, come on.
Yeah, they make him look like he's a
your mama
criminal.
yard.
yeah. There's nothing better than you can do than serve your mum.
No, remember they had
There's
this-
nothing in the
they
world
had
you
this
can do
story
better
where
than that.
He bought a yard,
Besides serve God.
and someone like
Foden.
Foden bought a yard.
Yeah,
And
the headlines were completely different.
Totally
But-
different.
But Sterling is clickbait. That's what it is. So maybe that's was like also the cloud.
All I'm saying is this.
But when it comes to Billy,
Yeah.
Listen, even if you think he misses all the chances in the world, Sterling, as a wide player, he's probably top 10 in the world.
So does Salah. Salah misses bare. Do you understand? But he is. But he's appreciated. Do you know what I mean? And yeah,
It's funny. He came up in that group chat cover as
Salah.
well. Yeah, when this whole thing about
Yeah.
chances came up, he came up. But then I saw someone else say, because someone was asking a question. I was watching someone live. I'm not going to say who. I was watching someone live and he was talking about Sterling and he was kind of going in on him. And someone in the comments said, 35 million though is good for what he's done in his career and the player he is. And then the guy was like, I'm going to be real. In 10 years' time, no one's gonna care about Sterling. No one's gonna remember Sterling
We
that
will.
much. No one's gonna be
Yeah.
showing comps to their kids saying, "Yo, look at how Sterling played."
Maybe not. But that doesn't mean anything. Like,
And it's- yeah.
that doesn't mean that Sterling is not a world-class player now. That doesn't mean that. Like, because you say he won't be remembered in 10 years. All right, we're a certain age. There's a lot of players who I used to love growing up, no one speaks about now.
like your coaches and stuff.
Coaches, you can say, let's just say, go to any position. Vieri. Does anyone speak about
Yeah.
Christian Vieri?
Cool
Does
player.
anyone speak about Alvaro Recoba?
Yeah.
Does
People
anyone
barely-
speak about Nedved?
Bro, people barely
Yeah.
speak about Shevchenko, bro.
No one speaks about
you
Shevchenko.
say Nedved to a bunch of youths, man. They did who?
Apart from the video of Kaka in Shoreditch, who speaks about Ricky Kaka? Nobody. So
Hey, no. People gotta speak about Kaka, man. That's that.
No, they don't.
No, they don't.
Bro, you mentioned Batistuta to some, and they're like, what?
Like, who's that?
But again, the thing is, because of social media, that probably won't be the same in 10 years' time. But equally, unless you got to a certain level,
Yeah.
in 10 years' time, will people speak about Hazard? Premier League fans, maybe, but even then, why would he come up?
Like, listen,
What?
unless you're a Messi, like you're
There's a certain
maybe
tier.
even Suarez will
Even
name-
Suarez.
His name might stay around. Who knows?
Yeah, Suarez' name rings bells amongst us
Us.
because
Yeah,
we
'cause
kind
he's
of
a
know
menace
what
to us.
Yeah,
He's a
we
menace.
remember what he did. We
saw
know what he did,
what he
what he
was.
can do as
Scared
well.
us.
Do you know what I'm trying to say?
But that's why those statements, like, it sounds good. It's baseless. Like,
Yeah,
When you
it actually
really
is.
when you
In
really strip
cold,
it
hard
away,
facts.
Do you know what you
what
got
are
to
you
do?
talking
Yeah,
about?
you got to challenge people when they say those sort of things as well, and do what you just
Because
did.
if you ask a question to say explain, expound, and
Yeah.
then you
They
give
can't.
all of these, I could give 40 players if I was just to reel them off.
Yeah.
Of players we've forgotten about. Then what's the basis of your point?
Exactly.
Because it
No.
doesn't mean that you saying that Sterling won't be remembered in 10 years does not mean Sterling is not world class. That's not what it
Exactly.
means.
Yeah.
Exactly.
No, it's true. It's true. And I mean, okay, so what wingers right now would you say are definitively better than Sterling?
Whew. Definitively.
That's
Definitively,
strong.
like where if you were given a choice, you are definitely taking that other person over Sterling.
You could say Salah.
Yeah,
You can
I'll
say
say
Mane.
Mane.
yeah.
That's about
We're talking about definitively.
Yeah, when you say Mahrez, that is an argument
Yeah.
to me.
To me, I'd definitively take Gnabry over him.
That's an argument
That's
to
an
me too.
argument to
It
me
can
too.
be for
yeah.
some.
Yeah.
I'm just saying for me, innit? Salah, Mane,
Yeah.
Gnabry. I'm just trying to think of wingers.
You said Sterling's better than Sane. I've always thought that.
Always.
Sane's natural ability is he should be better than he is. But you're talking about output.
Yeah.
Yeah,
yeah,
man
it's
moves
true.
like Vegeta about.
No.
he
Sonny,
said
you
he's
cannot
moving.
say you definitively take him over Sterling.
No.
No way.
No, you cannot.
no
you
way.
cannot.
Say-
If you do that, then you just don't like Sterling.
You can say Sane goes on these slalom runs and all that. Listen,
The question is who do these Chelsea fans think they could have got better than him in that position?
Well, a lot of them will say, as on Twitter, a lot of them said Dembele. A lot of Chelsea fans believe that Dembele is better than Sterling.
all right, if you're going on natural ability, maybe. If you're going on career, listen,
In career, it's not
Ousmane
a debate.
Dembele has been at Barcelona since 2017.
Played like 25 times.
And you got bought for 135 million pounds. Like, I know he had a good end of last season too. Like, he played well towards the end of last season. But what? Listen, you're talking about in the league right now. First of all, Dembele is a high risk player.
Yeah.
He's
Yeah.
got half a hamstring, a quarter of a groin.
Bro, his insurance is high.
Bro.
Listen.
And you know what? You know what
high.
it is with Dembele, yeah. I don't want to slander him because I do rate him as a footballer. But it's like, and obviously this is going to be a bit of a prop for Hazard. But Hazard has also played basically 20 games for Madrid.
Yeah.
Hazard has not shamelessly come out and said he'd be looking for a new contract with better terms. Dembele has basically played 30 games for Barca in 5 years, and is refusing to sign a new deal. Because he wants.
Didn't I hear that it was almost done?
No,
Didn't
that's a
he
lie.
choose? Was it a
I
lie?
literally just saw some news on Twitter about an hour ago from Catalonia Radio or something tweeting that the boss have said to him, "We are not going above what we've offered you." And then Bele's like, "Well,
Adios.
adios."
Sayonara.
No, but all right,
Like, bro, how mad is that though?
now, if we,
Now, where's the self-awareness?
let's look at this though.
40
Dembele, he is.
In 5 years,
He's
He might be
feeling
the
himself.
most. When you go look at worst transfers ever, he's right up
oh,
there.
we're gonna do a show on that.
Oh,
But
we got to, yeah, and he's
he's
right
top
up there.
5.
Like, 'cause
He's top
think-
5.
I know he went from Rennes to Dortmund for 15 million
Yeah,
pounds.
yeah.
Had a great season at Dortmund. Got bought for 135 million pounds,
That was real.
and then just showed flashes: a good goal against Spurs,
No, that
a
goal.
miss against Liverpool,
No,
which
that-
possibly cost them the whole tie.
Oh, no, possibly. It did
Yeah.
cost them.
Yeah. So, like, when you look at like those kind of like things, and then you get injured. You get injured by a strong breeze. A gale force wind injures you. But you're telling me you'd rather Dembele over Sterling?
No, bro, that's a real thing.
Yeah, it's
Like,
true.
come
That's
on.
a real thing.
Like,
But
that's
yeah, outside of Mane, Salah, who else we got definitively over him?
I don't really.
Neymar?
yeah. Okay, Neymar.
Neymar's like
I don't like Neymar.
Neymar's
but
got-
move my like out.
That's
of
where
it.
the Darren Ben thing comes
maybe.
in. Darren Ben said he'll take Sterling over Neymar for Chelsea.
For Chelsea, maybe. Listen, like, you know, just because Neymar doesn't seem to care about football.
Yeah, look, if Neymar got his act together, yeah, he'd be the best.
ability
He'd be the
wise-
best in the world.
Yeah, he
Because
will.
Ability wise,
it's-
that guy's different.
It's
It's
there
there,
for
it's
him
there,
to
it's
take
there.
that. If he said, I care again. Yeah, it doesn't. I care again. Literally,
That's all it takes.
Yeah, I care again. He will literally be the best player in the world.
Yeah.
Yeah, because who's he got to challenge for that? Ronaldo, no.
No,
Messi,
Ronaldo,
not
no.
anymore.
Only Mbappe, innit?
The era's moving on. Like Neymar will be fine with
but
Mbappe.
compared to what
Neymar could be, yeah.
can do to what Mbappe can do, Neymar can actually do a lot more as well.
So who would you sign for your Chelsea? Neymar or Sterling? Right now.
I mean, if I could get someone to slap the shit out of Neymar every now and again, I'll choose him.
Likewise, but if you
Who's that if? Who is that if though?
What's that?
Who is that person that's gonna keep Neymar in definite check?
The bad joke. I'm not gonna say.
I was gonna probably say the same thing.
I'm not gonna say it.
It's definitely a family member. Make some promises to the guy.
Yeah. So mate, off of that, I'm assuming that you man will take Sterling. Possibly.
Yeah.
I can't lie. I'd still take Neymar.
What's my man's name? I forget. I don't know why my mind's like this today. The Argentinian guy who plays for PSG as well. Skinny
Di
one.
Maria.
Di Maria.
He's going Juve, isn't he?
He's Juve, or trying to go.
Yeah.
But even him, at this, Di Maria 34 at this age,
Man.
I might prefer Sterling. I'm not gonna lie. Sterling, when it goes in like that, he might be top 5.
I mean, Mbappe's technically.
I think I put him in my top 5.
Yeah, if we're saying Mbappe's a
what
winger.
we saying about Mbappe? Is he left wing striker? What we saying?
You can say
Hybrid?
left wing. If you say left wing, then yes, it's Mbappe.
The ambassador is on a level of his own.
Director.
Yeah.
He's a goat by himself.
Yeah, man.
The first GM in football.
The first
Officially.
GM.
He's my guy.
Official
Like,
GM.
yeah.
Nah, big up Mbappe, man.
Yeah,
Man,
Mbappe, if you say Mbappe, of course, Mbappe's better.
Yeah.
But
Who you taking, Vinicius or Sterling?
you guys know I'm not that fond of Vinicius, but
Again, though, it's not definitive, right?
No, it's an argument.
It's an argument.
And to be honest, it's an argument where I kind of would still edge Sterling.
Luis Diaz or Sterling?
Sterling.
Okay.
he's been quiet the whole time.
He just woke up.
I'm
like,
throwing
what?
out the questions, brother. I'm throwing out the questions. I'm throwing out the questions, bro.
Do you hate Sterling? That's where you drew the line. You heard all the players before.
But again, you see the level of force he's saying it with?
Yeah.
That's what comes with Sterling.
Yeah. Now he's a polarizing player by accident. He doesn't do much to be polarizing. But okay, I understand why Lamps might not like him.
So do you take?
No, I'm not saying you don't like him.
Do you
No, I'm not
take
saying-
Diaz over Gnabry?
No, but I think Diaz probably has more ability than Gnabry. But probably has more ability than Gnabry.
Okay.
Gnabry's proven. Gnabry's done it in the big stage.
That's the thing with natural ability. It doesn't mean much to me.
Sterling hasn't really achieved anything in the Champions League.
Is that all? Is that it?
World Cup, Sterling's been a bit.
Hold on. We have to pull that back because for the international squad, you have to remember that last tournament, Sterling dragged England to the next round, dragged them to as far as they got until Kane decided to wake up.
Do you know what? I don't think any of the players dragged England to where they were. I think it was just jammy. I think it was just lack of engagement, defensive.
But you don't go through unless you get goals.
But how many goals did England really score then?
Not many.
But
But Sterling
that
scored
kinda-
3
but
or what?
Three or four?
I think he scored 4 or 5.
Oh,
I think he
four.
scored. He
Yeah,
scored
Yeah, if
4.
England scored 7, that's over 50% of goals.
Who did Sterling score against?
What do you mean?
I don't
You can
even
only play who
remember
you're
the
against.
Euros.
Germany.
Yeah, Germany and all them.
Yeah,
teams there.
listen, the run for England was favourable.
It
but
was
Sterling,
it was a weak run.
and so was the World Cup.
Yeah.
But Sterling played well in both, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, but he got cast for the World Cup because he didn't score, but he actually played well.
Yeah.
I think if
terms
you
of-
look at what's going on with England right now, it's proof that I think England only were able to go that far because international football is a lack of chemistry. So the teams they're playing against, they never really look that offensive. Like, haven't you watched international football thinking, when are these players going to score?
I don't even watch it.
Yeah.
I don't watch it. It's boring.
Yeah, it's
When
boring.
It's boring. Like, you
Yeah.
watch Spain and you're like, what?
No, but even then, Lamps, I mean, World Cup, England played Colombia, what was it? Colombia, Sweden, Croatia. Then in the Euros, in the knockouts, they played Germany, Ukraine, Denmark.
Oh yeah, Denmark.
It's, I mean,
Listen, man, the run was poor, but either way, I'm just saying, like, it's not definitive with any of these players for me with Sterling. Like,
the thing I'm saying is, just who is clear cut better than Sterling. We can agree probably with Neymar.
Yeah, enough for people to say 35 million is not good.
Yeah.
it's not even. It's a no-brainer to me.
Yeah.
35 million for a proven Premier League player.
Yeah.
Who has won 4 Premier Leagues.
He's won all that you can in the
domestic
Premier
things.
League.
The
Yeah.
only thing he hasn't won is the Champions League.
Yeah. And that's why I'm saying it's about the narrative. I'd take Chiesa over Sterling.
No, see, this
Not
is
definitive.
listen. No, I'm sorry. Look, wait.
sorry,
Chiesa
no.
has got bags of ability and he's brilliant, yeah. But at the same time, he goes missing. There's a lot of games. There's a
How
lot of
much?
games where you don't see him.
How much Chiesa have you watched? A lot. See,
No, but
I've watched Chiesa. Champions League performance.
against Porto or something. Yeah. Juve were getting backed. Yeah.
yeah.
He was holding down by himself.
But
Yeah.
he's a banging player.
And people forgetting what he did in the Euros.
Yeah, he was brilliant
Yeah,
at the Euros.
he was
too.
brilliant.
But
My favorite
you-
player in the Euros.
all right, let's say
Yeah.
that though. But all right, so I'm talking about we've seen Sterling.
We are talking about 100% though.
Yeah.
We are
Yeah.
talking about no doubt in your mind you are taking these players.
And we've seen him week in, week out.
That's a tough question.
Because then
That's an episode.
Sterling's top 5 then.
That's an
No,
episode.
I already said he's close. He's right in there. You could argue it.
I've already said for me, I would, in my opinion, take Neymar. For me, these are the guys
You said
that
Neymar, Mahrez.
all right, I will say the guys that I will take over Sterling.
Yeah.
Not in any order. Neymar, Salah, Mane, Gnabry, Chiesa, Mahrez.
You said, yeah.
6.
So you don't think Sterling would be next on that list?
Vinicius.
I'm going to throw out some more names.
Okay.
We said Vinicius. I don't know. The Vinicius one,
I'm not a fan
I'm
of
still
Vinicius,
not there
personally.
with him yet.
Yeah.
So I can't say him yet. Nah. He's actually better as a false 9.
Yeah.
He kind of smells on the wing.
He's very slow and stuff. I don't know.
Raphinha, is that mad?
No, I wouldn't say that.
Sane, we've said will probably.
Yes.
So you saying take Sane, yeah?
Sane is 100% no to me. Because natural, like I was just saying, a natural ability, yes. So Sane's natural ability is through the roof. He reminds me of old school gigs. Like the way he runs, you can run past you with no skills. He's gone past 8 players. Like, but you're talking about consistency. Minus the 16 goals he got one time for City. Like, he doesn't do much.
Take Coman.
Nah, I take Sterling over Coman. Yeah.
So you don't rate Sterling, obviously. You don't really.
I can't lie. When you start bringing in names like Coman, I think you're disrespecting Sterling.
You don't. No, Coman.
He's another one.
He's iffy, man.
Look,
I don't like
you don't rate
Coman.
him. Just say it.
Wait, who else? There was someone I was just thinking of.
I don't like Coman, man.
We're all taking definitely Sterling over like Saka, right?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
There's Saka should, no disrespect to Saka, he shouldn't even be mentioned close to
Sterling over Sancho.
Yes.
Yeah. Sancho.
I rock with Sancho.
I like Dortmund Sancho. Dortmund Sancho had
be
a
better.
lot. He
He'll
had
be
a lot
better.
of fun. I pray he comes back because I like that guy,
He'd be better. He's playing with Luke Shaw.
bro.
Sterling or Dembele? Yeah, he does. I just thought about him. I just thought about him. Son is ahead of him as well.
I don't know if he's ahead of him, but that's a good fight.
Oh, I don't know. You know,
I don't know
lie.
that. Why? Hold on a
Son is
second.
ahead of him still.
Hold on. Son had a brilliant season last season. Fantastic season last season, yeah? And he's been consistently a good winger.
They're in the same mode.
Thank you very much. If you look
They are.
at
Finishing-wise,
if you look
Son
at
is clear.
come
I know,
on,
but
that's
it's
different.
But
But
it's not like Son's finishing as a winger. He's probably one of the best goal
100%.
scoring wingers.
Yeah, yeah,
you know what I'm
Like
saying?
Sterling. All right, let's put it this way, yeah. For Sterling's got these loud things that people critique him on, right? Like finishing,
Sterling's got loud misses.
very loud misses. Like, and even
Loud
his decision, he does this thing where he won't shoot. He'll go past the defender. He won't shoot. He'll go past the defender. He won't shoot. He'll go
He
past
gets
the
you
defender.
and then it's a goal kick.
Yeah, just like he does some mad stuff.
That clip is insane. That clip is insane.
He stalled the run bare times.
He's like, nah.
But all of that, yeah, and then I'll let you go. Sorry, let me just get this off. So he's got all of that, but he'll still bag goals. Like it's double figures each season,
Yeah,
easily.
and
then
he gets assists.
He does.
gets assists, and his movement. He's probably got some of the best movement in the world.
Yeah, he does. 100%.
Yep. And I mean, even if you look at the final day of the Premier League,
Yeah,
bro,
he set up the goal. Great cross.
it was him.
Yeah,
He saw that.
Yeah.
He's creative in maybe not the most aesthetically pleasing way.
And
I
he
don't
can
like
go
the way
on
he does it.
both sides.
There's different ways to be creative.
Prime
Yeah, Di Maria.
Prime Di Maria
Yeah, come on,
was
man.
scary.
But that's a different
But we're
different
not-
conversation.
We're
We're
talking
not
about right now.
doing
We're
that.
talking about right
Prime
now.
Di Maria is bro. That Prime Di Maria was on nonsense.
Bro,
Yeah.
it was dangerous.
Yeah.
Prime Di Maria wasn't even a winger.
Bro,
If we're being real, Prime Di Maria was centre mid. Sterling.
Sterling.
As a winger, Sterling. As a winger, yeah.
Foden
As a
ceiling-
winger, Lambs.
Foden ceiling's higher.
Lambs as a winger, man. As a winger.
Look
Come
at him.
on, man.
Look at this guy. I'm done with this guy.
As
No,
a winger.
I've had enough of you. You chill.
Yeah.
Because why is look Dan Juma? I'm seeing.
Oh my God.
Diaby, I'm seeing Asensio. I'm seeing.
Asensio's still there.
I'm seeing Dwight
No.
I guess the
had
last
his
one is
chance.
Dembele, right? Dembele or Sterling? You said it's
Yeah.
you both said Sterling.
Sterling,
You take it.
Yeah.
So
Look, see, you said that through gritted
No,
teeth.
Rash, you know what it is? Dembele was a madman.
It was
Dembele
crazy.
was
Yeah,
crazy.
crazy.
Yeah.
Crazy.
Dortmund, he was amazing.
but I mean, at the end of the day, this debate started with Jeff saying he's a top 10 winger in the world.
If we're going on what we just said,
I think that's where we are. I've
Yeah.
named about 8.
so that's it'd still be 9. So, and for me,
I put him ahead of a few of the players that
Yeah,
you put him.
Exactly.
Yeah.
he'll probably
Exactly.
be 5 or 6. I don't know where, but I need to really think about it
Yeah.
and really break it down. But yeah, we say all of this to say he doesn't get the respect he deserves.
He doesn't.
And to say that if you get a top 10 winger in the world for 35 million at 27 years old, you shouldn't be upset.
Oh yeah.
Do you know what?
When
to
you
be
just
honest,
paid £100 million for Lukaku, who was older
Exactly.
and had way more to prove.
Chelsea don't deserve Sterling. Yeah, he should just come over to Arsenal and do what everyone
can't
knows
lie.
is right.
I would love Sterling at Arsenal.
They should just hijack that move real quick.
If you can't get Raphinha, you know what? Why not just
Why not do it?
cheekily go in?
He's cheaper.
Like, they're
He-
boys.
no, he's
Pep and
cheaper by
Arteta are
20
boys,
mil.
bruv. Pep and Arteta are boys. Yo, just throw in the Sterling thing. Throw in the Sterling thing.
You could say, listen, just 40 mil.
40 mil, yeah.
Yeah. Slim might go, no, man, but I want Champions. But shut up. We're going to
Listen,
my man.
if we have you, we'll make
I
Champions
can't
League.
lie.
Yeah.
I
You know
think
what I'm
Sterling
saying?
would kind of accept it. Because he'll be like, I mean, he ain't won Champions League.
Yeah.
No.
And look how accomplished he still is. Ain't do a death for him.
Bruv, you should come to the
Listen,
Arsenal.
all in all, he's had a very, very, very
He
good
has.
career.
He's got a good career and he's not even at the end.
He's still got 8-9 years the way football's going.
Yeah.
He
And
started
his
at
type of
16,
fitness.
17.
Unless the yardman thing kicks in. We all know about that. You know what I'm trying to say?
I think he'll be all right.
So, yeah, but I guess, yeah, it ended up being, to be fair, that was a good debate because
was good.
it needed to be had about this
Disrespect.
just weird thing that's always around Sterling. So,
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, man. I mean, I guess just to kind of wrap up, I mean,
Gonna finish on United.
Yeah,
I mean,
let's-
look, we could go to United
we could go United
or
overseas.
we could go to City because City have what they've put in a deal for
Kalvin
the league
Phillips.
for Kalvin Phillips. They're
Oh,
putting
yeah.
a good deal, a bid for him, and they've got him.
Yeah, it's done.
Yeah, that's a good signing.
What do you
Yeah.
What do you guys make of it?
I think it's a good
I
backup.
think it's a good signing.
Think he'll be a backup?
100%. I can't see him
I
starting.
don't think City are looking for him to be a backup, which is funny.
I think he might start.
What, next to Rodri?
Yeah.
What, to replace Bernardo Silva?
Bernardo Silva will be going.
I think he'll be going.
And I think KDB, KDB's place to be playing as an 8. KDB might go back to playing as a 10. And then Grealish and Foden might have to fight for that spot to get back in the team.
Yeah. So a more solid Man City then.
I can
Less
see it.
fluid,
Because you see, like,
more structured.
no, what I was reading, like, they're keen to, like, double pivot, like, further up the pitch.
Right.
Because Fernandinho, I guess it's still a double pivot. It's just a deep one when he was playing because he's 36, maybe 37 now.
He's gone anyway.
Yeah, he's gone to Atletico Mineiro or something like that.
I'll shout him out, man. Big
him
up
and-
Fernandinho, man.
Yeah, but even like Rodri is more limited on the ball. Like Rodri is very good, but he's not the most able on the ball.
And
Like,
you know what?
Kalvin
Phillips
Phillips
is
got
very
legs.
agile, man.
He
That
is.
guy can move. Here's some non-news for you. Newcastle just signed Sven Botman.
Oh yeah.
Oh, the little defender.
Yeah.
That's a good defender, to be
very good,
honest.
very good signing.
That's a very good signing. That's a good
And
signing.
I think
for
they
them.
got him over. I think AC Milan wanted him, right?
Yeah, they
Yeah,
did.
they got the bank rolls.
Yeah.
Like, come over, we'll give you a house in Dubai.
Yeah, you know what I mean? It's a different type of bargaining chip, you know what I'm
Yeah,
saying? But
man.
yeah, no, Kalvin Phillips,
It's a good deal.
it's a good deal. Yeah, even if he plays next to Rodri can be the ball player. Kalvin Phillips can play on the ball, but also be more box to box. If he's a bench player, that's a great sub. Someone who knows
Either
the
way,
league.
it's great.
It's great. So
Him being injured probably dropped the price. Him being injured for basically
yeah, half
the season.
Yeah.
Because otherwise, he'll probably cost 60 mil
Yeah.
in this market.
Yeah, and no, I guess So let's touch on United to end it. Frenkie De Jong is almost done. Looks like finally, like
17 days later.
65 M's.
I've kind of seen that United are looking to hijack Tyrell Malacia.
Oh, the left back from final. I saw that's gonna happen. Yeah,
The deal's agreed. It's just
deal's
personal
agreed.
terms.
Yeah.
The fees agreed, sorry.
So yeah, all of a sudden, in the next few days, Man United might have Frenkie De Jong, this Malacia left back, and Christian Eriksen.
No, hasn't Christian Eriksen already said no?
No, apparently
I don't
not.
think so. I think it's
he
still
said
up in
no
the
to
air.
Spurs.
Yeah, he said no.
Someone said,
Oh yeah, I think that was
That's
poet.
not a joke about
He
that,
said,
but that's
yeah,
funny.
yeah.
Wait, Eric, it was a year ago that happened, yeah?
Yeah,
Oh my God. All this in a year.
it's mad. Man, literally almost died.
Nearly died on the pitch.
Yeah.
Then came back in January and kept a team up
And then could potentially be signing for Man United.
and got released from a team where he wasn't playing.
Yeah.
no, he'll be grateful that he's alive, innit? United.
Yeah. Man.
I think that's worse than dying.
Oh my God. Jesus Christ. Jesus.
Who did pick that up,
Yeah,
man?
yeah, put that up, yeah. Mic issues. Mic issues.
Yo.
Yeah. Whoa,
Yo,
whoa.
man.
Whoa. Listen.
Yeah. So back to the Pogmentary.
Nah, but yeah, I actually understand why he's.
Yeah, I did watch
I
it.
actually haven't watched it.
I've
Neither
watched
have
it.
What
Is it any good?
do you think of it?
Honest reviews, I will say I don't get why he did it.
There's a lot of nothing, yeah.
There's a lot of nothing. I like the fact that he's a family man, but I feel like we kind of knew that already.
Yeah.
He's very focused on his brand, which I think he doesn't realize how much that did not help him here. He said he's got the American mindset. For even his wife said he's more like an American.
I don't know if
Sorry?
that's a good thing.
What does that
actually
even
said
mean?
that, like just in the sense that he's very much out there. He feels
extrovert.
he feels confident, like in knowing he's Pogba.
So he moves like an American athlete does.
Yes,
basically.
That's
how they
exactly
are.
what he was trying to say.
Okay.
That's
He's
why
all
he
brand,
looks
yeah.
like LeBron James as like a role model because he looks like LeBron how he did off the court, just as how much he's good on the court. So that's how he kind of even his lawyer, who was very much active on the show, she very much said, we built this Pogba brand from scratch. And when you hear things like that, it really is a brand. His clothing has PP
it's a
on
brand.
it.
Yeah.
His earrings have PP. He's got PP earrings. So, like,
Yeah, he is a brand.
he is a
Yeah.
brand, and I think
just that when your brand is like that, it's kind of hard to balance it between that and football.
yeah. And I just
Especially when you're judges. Like if someone like Beckham,
mm,
it would be easier because Beckham was Beckham, don't get me wrong, but Pogba was like on the cusp of being probably one of the greatest players at one point.
But listen, I mean, look, it's a weird argument, but there could be an argument that they saw how Man United were playing under Ollie and how crap they were, that he might have even been advised, Joe, this is affecting your brand. Don't play.
I mean,
Who
who
Because
knows?
if they're putting that as above
It's possible.
his actual primary role as a footballer, it's a possibility.
I mean, the thing is, I do remember in the documentary because it was supposed to really capture his last year and a bit. You know, like how the first day of the season he had the 4 assists and everyone was gassed.
Mm-hmm.
That came up in the documentary, and then it went from that to Ole being sacked. And I think that's part of the problem. It's like, bro, that whole period in between, none of that was caught.
Yeah.
So it's almost like, in a way, you're holding no. Because anyone who's watching who doesn't watch football would be like, raw, you guys did all that first day. Now your manager sacked a few months later. What happened in between?
Yeah.
Were you not part of it? He was part of it. Like,
he didn't play well.
that's where he's got
but
that accountability.
it's all brand. Like you said,
Again,
it's brand.
it's all brand.
It's a reason those 3-4 months aren't shown.
Exactly.
Unfortunately.
So I'm not saying it deserves a 1 rating as it has at the moment. That's a lot of angry United fans and just generally anti-Pogba fans. But even me as someone who loves him, I would give it like a 5 or a 6, just because I get that you're a family man, Arvin, that you're a huge brand and you value your brand. But outside of that,
I don't think I'll tune in. But
it's not the end of the world if you miss it. I'll just say that. But
yeah,
man. I mean, I think we can probably wrap it up there. I think it's been a very good show. I'm sure next week when we record again,
There'll be more news.
there'll be more news.
definitely.
Definitive news on Raphinha.
Yeah.
De Jong, Lissandro Martinez. Maybe Tielemans, his name will come back up.
Martinez, whether he'll go to Arsenal or Man United, because they were
Man United,
sniffing around him
sniffing.
too.
They've been sniffing around. Sterling, is he going to go Chelsea?
Yeah.
Dembele, apparently this is the key week for him to stay at Barca or to go.
Yeah.
Will Gnabry's
Lewandowski.
name, Lewandowski, will Gnabry's name come back up?
Yeah.
I mean, the Premier's starting in 5 weeks?
Something like that. Yeah.
So,
And look, Arsenal did say they want to get all their business done by the 6th or the 7th of July.
so that's what, literally a week and a bit?
Week and a bit.
it's a busy few weeks.
Maybe a few weeks ahead. So, yeah, man. So, listen, people, thanks a lot for tuning in. Make sure you smash the likes, drop a comment on the Gabriel Jesus news, the Raphinha news, this Sterling debate, where you see him as a winger in the top 10, why he's so disrespected, or if you feel like he's overrated. The De Jong news, the Pogba documentary, and but yeah, make sure to like, follow us on Instagram, TikTok, subscribe to RBT, and obviously, just a big shout out to Lamps as always for the hosting. Shout out to the mandem always, and obviously, lastly but not least, shout out again to Jelil for the birth of his baby girl. Congratulations again. Come on, my guy. And yeah, we'll be back again next week for another episode of RBT. Until then, we out. Peace and love.
Salam.
Peace.